Hello there, guys. Welcome to CPC Week 2 of the Pigeon Crew. You may be hearing my voice and going, that's not familiar. I am the Flying Bird, and I'm just filling in this week because Shadow, aka Joey, who's running the league, has been a bit let down with no analysts to be able to record Pigeon Crew, so I told him I'll help him out in a stitch. Guys, if you haven't already, drop the CPC a sub, and just write in the comments thanks, Joe, because Joey puts in so much work for this league, and there's no better way to repay him than just doing a quick recap for him. And personally, guys, I don't know too much about the league, but I know enough that hopefully it'll be good for you guys just to understand and things like that. And in particular, I just wanted to make sure that you guys had something this week for the Pick'em crew, just because I think it's an integral part to any league, which is the Pick'em crew. So we're going to quickly go over the matches and picks, and then I can see why people, went from week 2, and hopefully Joe will very kindly edit it for me as well. So for the first game of week 1, we had the Morvale Mighty versus Brisbane Brellins with a bit of an upset. Everyone was on the Brisbane Brellins train, and unfortunately Shinks, showing that he has that sixth sense, really just channeled the power of Harry Styles, the power of one, just to predict the Morville Mighty to win that game. And it was a great upset in terms of the pick and group, probably one of the upsets of the week, and definitely something that not many people predicted. Week 2, probably one of the more the games where the analysts did get right was the Atlanta Braviaries. I know in particular Shammy pledging loyalty to the Braviaries would be very happy to reap the rewards of that. Unfortunately for people like Chime, Shinks, even though Shinks had that sixth sense the first game, unfortunately couldn't pull through for the second game for him. And just really just beginning to separate the people which was a great game. So Shinks sort of started off with a 1-0 lead, and now everyone's sort of, besides Turk, Lavina May, and Chime, are all on one. Next up, we had the Buford Drapions versus Arizona Dactyls, and the Arizona Dactyls with Jolt, Lavina May, Cy Fogg predicting an upset, unfortunately were way overbalanced, and people can, you can see why when the Buford Drapions come in clutch and win. You can see Techno, Shinks, two of the names that I initially see that stand out, now going 2-1, just to really start pulling through an early lead, which is crazy to think. And every pick that they make is very vital in the long standings of the league. Next up, we had the ECM Emerald Milotics versus the Golden State War Turtles. Techno again getting another clutch point. I think Techno is currently leading now with 3 picks because of Shinks. Yeah, Shinks going against him, and really just pulling through. The young wolf as we call him, is pulling through as always. I can see why you'd pick the Melodics. A very great coach, and I think I would be saying it's another safe bet each week, really. Next up, we have the Arizona Carvanas versus the Florida Alligators. Techno still pulling strong through with that 4-1. Young Wolf coming through. Definitely another game where the analysts did show that they knew their knowledge. Unfortunately for Adam, Turk, and Shammy, unfortunately missed out on those crucial points, but sometimes you've got to risk the biscuit, as they say. Next up, we had the Sydney Sharpedos versus the Manhattan Mudkips, and I think people who've watched Gypsy King will know that Gypsy is normally a safe bet in any league match with a crazy record of 54-7. He was not letting that streak end today, and that's something that a lot of people did predict right. And unfortunately for Shammy, they're just missing out. Unfortunately, I know Shammy likes to be independent, but sometimes you're going to have to jump on the bandwagon, my friend. Next up, we had Will against, I think Anthony's the coach of the Detroit Butterfrees, and Will represents Antonio Sparse. Techno's second one wrong is now 4-2, but I think besides Shinks and maybe CJ, I think, maybe they're the closest behind him. Unfortunately, I haven't added them all up, but I think that's what it's currently looking at. Will unfortunately not be able to prevail the win for Techno, but Shinks' sixth sense coming right back into it. And then probably one of the most disappointing matches of the week for our analysts, in terms of, because it was a forfeit with Brolic taking that instant win. I know personally people like Matty probably would be more annoyed, probably would rather earn his win. And Techno, Lavina May, and Shammy having the sixth sense now. Unfortunately, Chimpack did not prevail, and hopefully he'll play next week, and hopefully they'll spur some more of the players, to I think for Chimpact, he probably doesn't realize, but for a lot of these guys, it's a great opportunity to play someone who's well known throughout the YouTube community, and they all really want an opportunity to tangle with one of the best. In particular, someone who has recently just made GBA playoffs, which is a very popular league. So hopefully, we'll see Chimpact come for next week and come through. Because I know Adam, CJ, Jolt, Turk, Psy, Fog, Shinx, and Chime will be very disappointed. And unfortunately, oh well, it's just the luck of the draw, unfortunately. Hopefully, Chimpact will have some time next week to play. So this week, we have the Arizona Cavanas versus the Brooklyn Braveries. I didn't really scale that well. I apologize for that, guys. Techno, I think won week one. I think it's pretty fair to say with that 5-6, is it 5-3 or 6-2? So you know the young wolf predicting the Cavanas. I don't see any reason I wouldn't want to. Shammy breaking the loyalty there to the Brave Aries, mate. If there's bad voodoo going around, mate. You know Shammy's behind it. Sixth Sense Shinx also putting his money on the Arizona Cavanas. Can the Atlanta Braveries pull another upset? You never know. Next up, we have the Brisbane Brellians versus the State of Connecticut Crocodiles. I can definitely see why this one would be a closer match because of the fact that both of them played week one and lost. So there's a lot of angst in the air. Young Wolf picking the Brellians, whereas Sixth Sense Shinx picking the Crocodiles. It's going to be an interesting one this week, folks. Prepare to wear gloves so you don't bite your nails off, because this one might be a nail biter. The Emerald City Melodics versus the Florida Relegators. I personally playtested with Sam for this week, and I can see why the Young Wolf has put his money on. Also, Lavina May, and Adam, Sai, Shinx, and Turk. You know when Young Wolf and Sixth Sense have put money on, that's when the big players start looking pretty mundane. So we'll be interested to see how those two go. Definitely, it can be a balance of probabilities each week. You never know what's really going to come, and that's what makes it hard in league format. Next up, we have the San Antonio Spars and against the Duper Drapions. Young Wolf picking the Drapions, whereas Sixth Sense Shinx is picking Will. Definitely going to be another heavily contested match between the two, and it should be a great game. Next up, probably the match of the season, in my opinion, Gypsy King versus Manny Brolic. What a match this is going to be. I can already tell, you can already hear the fans chanting like CPC, CPC. Both sides will be heavily contested. I think this is more of a battle of pride than anything. People are going to be like, oh, they're on an undefeated streak, it's week one. Yeah, but like, particular Maddie and Gypsy, who both are both backed by incredible records in leagues. It's going to be definitely one that will probably come down to the smallest things, and it'll be a really good match. And I'm really predicting, I'd hate to. These are the matches you'd hate to pick as an analyst because you can see them going either way. Either know it's going to be really close or it's going to be a blowout. And if it's a blowout, you know that it's just because one of the teams prepped really well, and not necessarily there was a misplay. It might be a 6-0, but it might be a 300 turn 6-0. It could be one of those matches. We never know. And, or it could be, on the other hand, it could be a 2-0 in the last 8 turns. It just depends. And, these are the games you really would hate to pick as an analyst. So next up we have the Philadelphia Sizzles versus the Detroit Butterfrees. This is definitely going to be an interesting match. Hopefully we'll see Chimpact play this one week. Anthony, coach of the Detroit Butterfrees, against Chimpact will be definitely an interesting match. A lot of people, unfortunately due to the forfeit, I think doubling the chips on the Detroit Butterfrees, just hoping they'll come through this week. Definitely it'll be an interesting match because they're two very skilled opponents, both being very proven in what they do, and it'll definitely be a very close match between both of them. And I can really see this being another one of those games where it's going to be who can prep better, who can play better. And the majority does indicate that the Butterfrees, but I don't know if that. I reckon that's probably more due to the fact that Chimpact didn't show next week and show last week, and people have nerves fully show up this week. But I think Chimp will be playing for a lot of pride and definitely wanting to prove himself and show the league, how much he's worth in this league as a player. And he's not just going to he's going to play, and he's going to give people a run for their money. Next up, we have the Arizona Dactyls versus the Morville Manetrics. After Shinx's predicting that Sixth Sense with the Morvo Mightianas, a lot of people are now backing him. I would trust Shinx's Sixth Sense, to be honest, because of the fact that it is actually a gift given to him. A lot of people think it's a curse. He says it's a burden, but it's definitely a gift. And you have Young Wolf going with him as well, so it sort of adds to that theory. I wouldn't be surprised if they'll be going for collusion, those two. When they pick someone, it's a pretty good chance they're going to win. Shami always likes making a safe pick and not really like making an underdog pick, and Morville Mightianas again. But then again, it's pretty balanced between the two pairings, which is great to see. It means it's going to be a very close match, hopefully, or it might be a blowout, but it's definitely, by that judging, you can say it's going to be another close match. And last up with the Golden State War Turtles versus the Manhattan Mudkips. After a week one convincing loss to Gypsy, the Manhattan Mudkips, a lot of people are ruling them out, and it's going to be, I think, hopefully a Golden State War Turtles win. I can definitely see that happening, especially considering when you look at the two teams and you have the drafts of having Gossip War Turtles, having like Veils or which are already two massive threats to any team against the when you look at the two team matchups, definitely have a bit of dark spam and definitely when like Veil can just roll and run holes through his team is something definitely to be scared of. And also having like Galvantula as a web. It's definitely going to be a close match. We did see the Manhattan Mudkips bring some heat, but I think it would be pretty safe to say that we may see another loss to the Manhattan Mudkips, and there's definitely on the balance of probabilities of everyone. It's probably one of the more standout games of the